Taylor King, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win. Very fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy. When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have. With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Up the middle, a dive, nice stop, and that's a great play for the out.
Look at the commitment to make the play down on the ground from the knees. That's not just arm strength, guys. That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
First and second here, no outs. King launched a pair of homers in his last game. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Barco, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Way high with that one. And now it's 3-2.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Hammered, base hit, coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here's Josh Naylor.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
On the ground to first. Griffin for 1. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
1 out, runner at second. King digs in now.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run. Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count. Then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Man at second. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Carrying well. And that ball is gone. He sends one out the opposite way. His 33rd homer of the year. And they boost their lead. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
In the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Up next to the Mariners, the first baseman, number 12.
King was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Taylor King, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can he keep it going today? It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Runner in scoring position, no outs. King now at the plate. King with a homer in his last game. King thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the 2nd game of the series. That one at triple digits.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
That is third. The left fielder, number 31.
Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. King went deep in his most recent game. And now the 0-1. That clips the corner. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Reynolds on his way over, and there's one down.
Up next to the Mariners, the left fielder, number 31.
No outs, runner over at third.
The right fielder,
King launched a homer in his most recent game. Barco He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
Right through there for a strike. Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Popped up. Horowitz settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next to the Mariners, the lefty, number 31.
One down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Cruz on the move. And there are two down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes,
King had a pretty poor showing in this game despite the win.
Well, I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. Sure, they got the win, but if he performs like that, it doesn't make it easy.
Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor King.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters. I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Fires to first, in time, got him.
Batting first, the left fielder, number 31. Riley. Up next for the Mariners.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Already 3 runs across in the frame, bottom half of inning number 2. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Nimmo around third. Runner from second crosses the plate. Throw cut off to second, but he's in there easily.
Well done, drives in the run. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Man at second with 1 away. Here's Riley Green.
The lefty, number 31.
Taps softly to the right side. Polanco on to first. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher, Cal.
2 outs with a man at third. And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. On the ground to the left. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We played 4. It's the Mariners 7 and the Pirates nothing. You're watching Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. So 2 on with 2 away. Taylor King getting ready to hit.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run. Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Two on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. Now 2 runs score. It's a 2-run double. It's 11-0. Digging in, Riley Green.
The lefty, number 31. Riley Green.
And ball 4 to a board.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything special during your walk into the ballpark today? I know you like to take in all the surroundings.
I just love interacting with the people. It's just fun to connect. I mean, as I was headed up to the booth, one guy shouted at me, "Make sure to say hi to Kenny." And they're all loaded up. Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. That one lifted to left. Langford under it. And that is that. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 11 and the Pirates nothing. This is Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Taylor King will hit next. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. Man on second, 2 down. Swinging a foul straight back. Struck him out without a swing. They limit the damage here. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. The Mariners out front 13-0. King with some solid production in the win. Knocked in 3 runs for them.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
We're here in Seattle. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Hi, folks. John Schaumby alongside Chris Singleton. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really firing on all cylinders right now. And to me, the important thing is that they're doing the little things well. They're not just relying on home runs or big plays every game. They're playing good situational baseball, executing in key areas, and that's how you string together wins. So we'll see if they continue that in this one.
Taylor King up next for the Mariners. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Right through there for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Here's your 1. Swing and a ground ball over to Seager. And 2. What a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 outs. Bases are full.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
There's the strike up high. 0-1.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Lifted in the air, right field. That is the inning. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. We play 2 full. It's the Mariners 1 and the Dodgers nothing. This is Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Man at second. That one finds the zone. 2 balls and a strike. And that one fouled off. The 2-2. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. On the warning track. And hauls it in. No outs. Runner at first. Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to keep.
Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
1 down, base is empty here in the 9th.
The right fielder, Taylor
King
King.
stands in now and watches strike 1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Riley Green.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Popped up. Chisholm under it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
2 outs. Runner on first. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out, Julio Rodriguez. Up next for the Mariners. In the dirt, but kept close. Runners stay where they are. That's ball 1.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough.
What a stop. Throw to first, and this one is over. What a play to end the game. King did well enough for them despite the loss. Just 1 hit in 5 at-bats.
Not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. He's got better in him, Boog.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Taylor King digs in now.
Let's go, King.
Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Man at second. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Going. Gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
King takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Tied up here in the early going.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
This one in the air, center field. And that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. All tied up at 3 apiece. 1 away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
Taylor King.
Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Stops it on a slide. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. In the dirt. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. 5 innings complete. All tied 3-3. 1 down. And now the right fielder, Taylor King. He's already homered here in this one. That misses, and it's 1-0. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. The Mariners down by a pair here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive. 2 away down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for.
King with a valiant job in defeat. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
One down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. King, multi-time All-Star, 26 years old. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
And that's in there at the knees. King wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And that drops in for a strike. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. He sends one out the opposite way. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach. With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Hard ground ball, base now. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Cal Raleigh.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Runner on the go. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 21st of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 7-1.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder.
King went deep in his most recent game. Nimmo off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 2 now. That one just misses.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hit in the air, center field. Dominguez moving under it. And that is that. 3 innings complete. It's the Mariners 7 and the Dodgers 1. You're watching the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Back here for the Sunday Night Showcase. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher.
King digging in. Pressure's thick right now. Singy, one well-placed swing, and we've got a brand new ball game.
Yeah, this is the moment that hitters dream about. It's time to rise to it.
With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Dominguez on the move. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
King had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. Collected a couple of hits. One of them left the yard.
Can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Taylor King getting ready. He's on an absolute tear this season, leading the league in runs batted in. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Taylor King digs in now, and Singy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. King matched a homer in his last game.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Matthews goes 6 feet 5 inches, 190 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2023. 2-0.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate, stay out of that double play.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sullivan under it. And there's one down. Throw sails over his head at first.
The catcher. Up next for the Mariners.
King with a homer in his last game. Bounced up the middle. Oh, a great flip. And very nicely done for the out. One left for Seattle. Still no score.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
First offering way inside, almost got him.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
2 down, nobody on.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
The 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Cal Raleigh. Out to short, Lopez. And that is the inning. Mariners leave 1, and we are still scoreless. Back in Seattle, on to the bottom of the 8th, Taylor King getting ready to hit.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now, Cal Raleigh. Grounded to third, could be 2. Baez. Toss to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The center fielder, number 44, Julio Rodriguez.
King with an okay game in the win.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
Taylor King will hit
The right
next.
fielder, Taylor King.
Let's go, Taylor.
King, the former MVP, batting second in today's lineup, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 away now.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
And the 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 4-zip.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
First and second, 2 outs. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you're
Ripped into left center, base hit. Headed for the plate. 1 run across. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
comes through with the RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's a strikeout looking. They limit the damage here. We played 4. It's the M's 5 and the Cardinals nothing. This is Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Stepping in the long ball threat, Taylor King.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Man at first, 1 away. puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher,
King played well enough in the win. Had a single and an RBI.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor King. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league. King, the former Rookie of the Year, 26 years old. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Nimmo gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. There's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
the right fielder, Taylor King.
Ball 1 there. That one finds the zone, and the count even 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and then tie it.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So 2 down, and now it's Josh Naylor.
Who this batter gets described as a homebody because he loves playing at home, and historically his numbers back it up.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and it gives him the lead in the third. It's 4-2.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
Up next is the Mariners.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
There's the strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air, center field. Has a beat on it. That is the inning. Offense held in check there. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 4 and the Cardinals 2. You're watching Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Taylor King up next for the Mariners.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
The 0-1. Nimmo off of first with 2 away. Oh, great stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. Nicely done for the out.
Great concentration to get that one started. He gets the force at second. Glove work at its finest.
King with some solid production in the win. Singled and knocked in a run.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Taylor King getting set for this one. His team leading its division. Can they continue to churn out wins? It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. King stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
That one at triple digits.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Tap back to the mound. To first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 31.
Runner at second, nobody out.
For the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
That one called a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Man at second. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. So he goes the opposite way with that one. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Riley Green.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Man at second. And that's a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Didn't exactly square that one out, but sometimes you don't have to.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot. The 1-2. Oh, and this one gets away. Ball comes home, and he's dead at the plate. Green into scored position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. 2 outs, bases full. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. He's already homered in this game. The Mariners with the go-ahead run at 3rd here in the bottom of the 6th. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That one's in there. Strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off the throw. They get the force out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Through 6, all square, 4-4. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
King in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base. Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
And a base hit up the middle. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Riley Green up next for the Mariners. And the 1-0. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. The tying run at the plate. And another ball. Julio Rodriguez would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The flip. There's one to first. Not in time. Great effort there.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done.
Big spot here. Bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. Ronnie Mauricio, the next to hit. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
One strike away. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. The A's take game 1 of the series on the road. King, certainly not the reason they lost this game. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
King locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy.
Let's go, King.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
King with a homer in his last game.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And he swings over the top there. Popped up. Kurtz under this one. 2 away now.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That clips the corner. Two and 1 now, 2 aboard. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Infield fly called there.
Up next for the Mariners, the first baseman, number 12.
1 out.
Up next,
The go-ahead run is at second.
right fielder, Taylor King.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. This to third. Muncy sends it across to first. 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
King steps in now, tying run in scoring position. Big chance to even things up or take the lead, Singy.
Yeah, he's just got to stay patient and hunt something he can handle. Could swing the momentum in a heartbeat.
Ball one, no strikes. Big spot, 2 outs. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's through there for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
1-1 now. Hit on the ground to short. Wilson. They take the force out. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. Mariners leave a couple. Score holds at 4-3. Here bottom 9 and the home team trying to rally to at least tie it up. King in the box now. Takes strike 1.
You need a strikeout and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Ball game. Walk-off grand slam.
well, a grand slam is exciting no matter what part of the game you hit it, but a walk-off grand slam, an incredible finish. Clutch swing of the bat that he'll never forget. Truly special.
Taylor King delivered some walk-off home run magic last game. Came through in the biggest moment for his team. All eyes on the promising prospect again today. It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. 1 down. Taylor King digs in now. King launched a walk-off homer to win it for them in their last game.
Walk-off homers aren't just about the win you get in that game. As a player, it's about the confidence the manager is going to have in you in big spots. You can bet he's someone they'll look to in the future.
Oh, he gloves it. And that's a great play for the out.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Back in Seattle, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So the Seattle Mariners have firmly established themselves as top contenders around halfway through the season. This is what was expected of them, Singy, and they backed it up.
No doubt about it. These guys are rolling and in a great position so far, and they look like they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. Now they got to decide, are they going to go out and add some help before the deadline, or do they think they have enough to make a deep October run as is?
Up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. But it's not in time. Base hit. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up. OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here's Riley Green. Squirts away from Langoliers. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Soderstrom in position. And there's one down.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher, Cal.
So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Tied up here in the early going. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. As the go-ahead runner pulls up at third.
Everything came together for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Back to the mound, might have him hung up here. The throw to second, over to first, safe.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Bases loaded, one away.
The right fielder, Taylor.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Close, but called a ball. Ball two.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
In danger of walking in the tying run.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That one at triple digits.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Bases loaded, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Oh, great stop. The feed for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, it's always a tough double play to try to turn right there, and the hitter knows that. He's going to hustle all the way up the first baseline to prevent it. Nice job of getting that run across.
Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat.
Number 31.
2 on, 2 outs. Bounce to the right side. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mariners 3 and the A's 1. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. King starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it. Well, these Mariners putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Mariners.
Riley Green will hit next. The 1-0. Runner on the go. Squirts away from Langoliers. And now a man into scoring position. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a bouncer.
Stand up right here. Stand up.
Over to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. So it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. The ground out to the right side moves the runner from second to third.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily intend to sacrifice an out like that, but still good situational hitting. They need to find a way to bring him in.
One down, runner at third. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Taylor King up next for the Mariners. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Here's a high chopper. Geloff fires to first in time.
Up next for the Mariners. The left fielder, number 31.
King added one more to that hitting streak.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Taylor King currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can he keep it going today? It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down, and now the right fielder, Taylor King. Fastball is outside. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. The 1-0. Strider, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Out towards right center field. This one looks like trouble. And that's a double.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
One out. Runner at second. Here's Josh Naylor. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. In the dirt, but kept close. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner around third. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. We're tied at 1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound. He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And the 1-0.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Nimmo aboard here at first with nobody out. That's to third. DeVries. There's one. Back to first, and it's over his head. And oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Well, he hung in there at second to get the out, but the return throw to first was way offline, and I have to think the runner coming in the second had a part in that. You can't assume the double play, but because the batter moves up past first, he does get charged with the throwing error right there.
1 out, runner at second. And now it's Josh Naylor. Tap back up the middle. Muncy. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. 2 on, 1 out. Swing, and he popped it up. 2 down.
Up next for the Mariners, the center fielder, number 44, Julio.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Two on, 2 outs. Ground ball left side. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Mariners leave a couple as the lead remains 3-1. Man at first, 1 away. King, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Tapped softly on the ground. Muncy flips it. There's one. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. So 2 down, and stepping in for the Mariners, Josh Naylor. .3-0 down. Runner takes off, so a walk puts runners at first and second.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. This one in the dirt. Base hit. King rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw's offline. He's safe, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And that drops in for a strike. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
The 1-2. And that's a fair ball. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Oh, 2 now. Lifted in the air down the left side. Base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 6-2.
Well done. Drives in the run. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Two balls, no strikes to count.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Man at second. The 2-1. Now there's a bullet down the line. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. Runner from second crosses the plate. The throw to second is offline.
Picks himself up an RBI. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Number 12,
Got him looking. That's out number 2.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a pop-up. Hernandez under it. And that's the 3rd out. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the M's 9 and the A's 2. It's the Sunday night showcase on MLB The Show. King was a big contributor for them in the win. A 3-hit performance, including 2 extra base knocks.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Taylor King getting set for this one. His team leading its division. Can they continue to churn out wins? It's the Seattle Mariners and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down. Taylor King now at the plate.
King.
King, multi-time All-Star, 26 years old. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. That's ripped. Base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Here's Riley Green. Yo, 1. Runner on the move. Well struck. Deep right field. Way back. And out of here. A 2-run shot. Home run number 20 on the year. The Mariners strike first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Up next at the out, the right fielder, Taylor King.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. In the dirt, blocked. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Got him.
2 out. Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So 2 down. Cal Raleigh digs in now. Runner on the go. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
2-1 now. In the air, right field. Carroll on his way over. Makes the catch. Inning over. Home half of the 3rd coming up. All even at 2-2. Chris, he's currently the team leader in OPS. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Not in time. He's safe.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Go ahead run on base. Riley Green getting ready to hit. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a chopper out to short. They take the force out. That is the inning. We've hit the halfway point. Tied 2-2. King stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning. Well, these Mariners putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers paint a pretty clear picture. The offense likes playing with fire today.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. And they're chipping away. It's 5-3.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
King stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
Tying run at the plate. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. The tag. See. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And the tying run is on base.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. This could end it. This one in the air, center field. Clark settles under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks take the series opener here at home. King had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. A 5-hit performance, including a homer.
Can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Taylor King with 5 hits last time out. Simply amazing. All eyes on this standout prospect today. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch coming your way next. Next to hit, Taylor King.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
King went deep in his most recent game. Gasser in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2021. 2-0. That one catches the corner for a strike. It's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's Josh Naylor.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Tapper back to the mound. To Horner at second for 1 and 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Two on, two outs. King with an impressive 5-hit performance in his last game. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. He caught it behind his back. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
Up next is the
King matched a homer in his last game. Challenge from behind the dish here. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. The 1-1. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first, and they got him.
Up next is the first baseman, number 12, John.
So 2 down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. King with a homer in his last game. And how about this, Singy? He is the best OPS in the American League. 0-1 now. Bounced out to short. Horner to first, and that's the inning. Mariners are down in order. They lead it though 6-0. King digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2. Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Up the middle, Horner on the run, sends it over to first. Pretty nice play there.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down.
King kept that hitting streak going. Just 1 hit in 5 at-bats.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Taylor King, the next to hit.
Taylor King.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
The 1-0. Glass now, a former All-Star. More than 100 career wins on the mound, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. Oh, look at the stop. To first, and they get the out.
Batting third, the left fielder, the silver horse, Riley Green. Up next is the out, the right fielder, Taylor King.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with the hit in every game. I mean, he's running his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Here's Riley Green. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. That's a base hit. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and it's 5-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Really not a pitch you want to swing at if you don't have to, because it's almost impossible to hit anything that far inside with any type of authority. That one tied him up, but still able to guide it into the outfield somehow.
King digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
That's in there. It's 0-1.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Now the 0-1. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. 1 runs in, runner around third on his way to the plate. In comes the run from second, and they're up by 4. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Riley Green up next for the Mariners. Man at second. In the air, left field. And it drops in. And now 2 aboard.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times, just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard. It jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know is warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
The 1-2. This one in the air, right field. And that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Head first slide, safe at the plate. And it's 8-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
1 down. Next to hit, Taylor King.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. His 39th home run of the season. And they add a run. It's 11-3.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
King steps in, 2 down, nothing cooking so far, but one swing can get something sizzling.
He knows it too, Boog. That body language says, yes, chef.
Oh.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Riley Green on deck for the M's. Two down, nobody on. And there's the automatic. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Payoff pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Riley Green now at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That one 95 to finish him off. One left for Seattle, but still in command. It's 11-3. Runner at first with 2 away. And now for Seattle, Taylor King.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 0-1. Up the middle. Corner. They get the force, and that is that. It's the Mariners 11 and the Diamondbacks 3. King really stood out in this win. Collected 4 hits. 1 of them left the park.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.